Folks, Lake and I are here at the shop today in Rickman. We've got painted fuel tanks, a painted rear frame on Brutus. We're going to be putting this thing completely back together today. Tires, wheels, fenders, headache rack, fuel tanks. It's time to get this thing back on the road. We got to get it over to semi-casual for that DEF tank relocation kit. But we got to get this thing back together so we can drive it over there. Let's get to it. So the team here at Rickman got our brand new passenger side fuel tank painted, looking fresh. Look at that metallic paint. It's kind of hard to see without sunlight on it. Got the frame completely painted, clear coated, looking fresh. Underneath the cab, everything done. We've got our deck plate, went ahead and had them painted. There's lots of dust here because it's inside the body shop. Deck plate painted up, and we got another fuel tank over there for the driver's side. So lots of time lapses in this video, but we're gonna get this thing shoved back together. Gonna get fuel tanks put on it first, I think is the goal, and then we're gonna get and just kind of like work our way backwards, put tires and wheels on last, headache rack and all the above. I've got all the hoses and stuff hung right here for the DEF tank and all that stuff. We're gonna tie up underneath here and then get it over to semi-casual, and then they'll relocate and do all that stuff because they're really good at doing all that. So let's get this thing put back together. Small update.
What?
We fired Joe Dirt and hired his well-educated brother.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Looking fresh.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this fuel tank put on. There it is, folks. Both fuel tanks are mounted. I just don't like how this side turned out, only because I didn't take into account the stack bracket being right there, and with the tank slid forward, it hits. So they don't match exactly front to back on both sides. We knew that the straps weren't going to be perfectly centered in the tanks, but they're still going to support no problem. There's not going to be any issues there. So, but you know, they're a lot further forward than they were, because the original mount that's right here was originally right here. So the tank would have been back another 6 to 9 inches roughly. So both tanks are mounted. Next, we're gonna get our headache rack set back up here. I've got all the DEF system lines laid right there. I cut my hand open, that feels great. Laid out of the way for now. And once we get the headache rack on there, which we're about to do right now, I'm going to run this DEF tank and set it up and hook it up right here on the back of the deck plate once we get it up here on the frame. We'll get all this wiped off, get the dust removed from all this right quick. I'm thinking maybe we'll slide the headache rack back a little bit further if possible compared to what it was. I don't know if there'll be enough room to slide it back further. Wow, this thing looks so nice. There we go. All right, well, let's lay the... Yeah, I'm worried that they may not be... It's going to be close.
Well,
you're not wrong.
The dryer mount.
That and... Yes, but this may come into contact now with the lift axle on here. Headache rack is on, guys. Deck plate is on. We've got to secure the deck plate down. We run into a complication we're going to have to remedy at a later date, but I'm going to tell you what's going on and what we need to do. So originally we had another U-bolt that went through here down into the deck plate where that hole is right there. But we now have a lift axle mounted here, and that's not gonna work. So what I'm thinking is I get some really heavy duty steel flat bar that can come up and around and hook on the back side of this, and then it comes down and pulls down to this bolt and tightens up. So this thing is pretty much in place, and it's not going anywhere right now. So I may have our friends over at Semi Casual check into doing that. But for now, headache rack's on. We've got our wires and all that hooked back up and ready to rip. We're gonna get our deck plate finished, securing it down. There's the mounting brackets and stuff are over there. Next thing up, I guess, is we're gonna get the fenders put on. Our rear light box has got to get reinstalled back here because it's kind of hanging down below, and get the tires and wheels put on. Well, guys, all the tires and wheels are bolted on this boy. This thing just looks hefty, but it looks so much better with painted tanks. Man, what a game changer. And the frame just turned out beautiful. Time to crank it up and see where we're at as far as this axle working. I turn my battery disconnect on there. I plumbed the axle in, so when I bought it from these guys on Facebook, they labeled all the air lines and stuff. There's no ABS, there's no electronics in this axle, so not had to worry about wiring anything. But when I plumbed it all in, I followed all where they had everything marked. So hopefully there's a key over here in the toolbox. If there is, it might be in good shape. Should be. Let's hope this one's it. Might go to the Treader Taxi. Yep, there we go. Sweet. Hey, our light box works. Let's see if it picks up that axle whenever the truck starts up. Oh, I better not do that. Let fuel pump run for a minute, because we filled the fuel tanks back up full of fuel. It's definitely gonna have some empty space, I'm sure.
Hopefully it don't leak coolant.
Right? We must have done something right, boys and girls, because that axle is picking up. Check that out. Oh, that's so cool. That's sick. And our rear air on the truck is aired up. So basically there's going to be a switch somewhere that we have to activate on the dash that will let that rear air drop. But one of these we're going to have to activate. You can see right now how they don't work. Oh, which one was that? Oh, it does work. Sweet. Something ain't right. So the axle filled up with so much air it started picking up the rest of the truck. I'm not sure why it did that or what the reason was, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, guys. I don't really know too much about hooking one of these things up. I hooked up the hoses where they need to be, but there may be some programming inside the truck on the dash that has to be set up, but it sounds like everything's doing what it's told. We probably shut the truck off and kind of mess with it right quick for a second. Yep, go ahead. See, it's not stopping. Stop. Yeah, there's gotta be something not plumbed correctly or something, because it's like they're just sending all the air pressure to it instead of...
It really is. Did you watch the dash?
No, what's it doing?
Just dropping.
Yeah.
It's taking all of it.
I think it's sending all the air pressure out of the dash, out of the truck into the axle. So there's got to be an airline not 100% correct. So with that being said, guys, whenever we take it over to Semi Casual, which is run by Peterbilt, Fitzgerald Peterbilt, our friends over there, you guys know them very well. They're going to be putting the hidden def tank on it and buttoning up a few things. I'm having to get some chrome hubcaps for the lift axle. We're going to put some fenders on it, but we're going to get the fenders put on ourselves. But I'm going to have them just tidy up the things we've done. 'Cause I'll be the first to admit we're not professionals at doing all this. But the axle picks up, so it can be moved down the road. Huge plus there. Probably should check the brakes on it. Hop in there and press the brake.
We gotta unlock.
Now press the foot brake. Yeah, I know, but it'll still work. Go ahead. All right, yep, they work. Cool. Well, I got the brakes part. The brake part is right. Let's go ahead and uncage them right quick, I guess. And they should be good to go then. All right, guys, time to get this thing washed. We got it over here in the wash bay. Get all this dust knocked off of it. It is bad. It's crazy how this axle just sits up there and the bags are all compressed. All right, time to do our thing. Come on, mud flap.
Who?
Man, I tell you what, guys, this thing turned out phenomenal. Look at that paint shine, boy, on the frame of a work rig. We kind of hit her, got her kind of clean. Nothing too crazy. Tanks look phenomenal. Once we get a single hump fender put on there, this thing's gonna look just freaking cherry. I'm so excited about that. Everything turned out great. Comment down below, guys, what you think of Brutus's rendition of how it's come out and changed. I'm thinking about putting a 20,000 pound front axle underneath the truck. I have had a couple come through the shop because right now it's got a 14,000 pound front axle, which will get us by. We just got to kind of watch that. But now that we've added that lift axle, that's going to change a lot of things. So going to be looking out for a 20,000 pound front axle. Then we'll get the truck re-rated. Probably at the same time we get the truck re-spec'd for the lift axle that I put on there. So gonna get this thing pulled, probably keep it out of the shop because it gets pretty dusty in the shop. And I want to get no nasty again. I'd rather it kind of sit outside. It probably ain't gonna hurt it. It needs a little sun. Get a little sun baked. Gonna get this thing over to semi-casual. It's super pissed right now. It's throwing codes with that DPF or DPF, the DEF not hooked up right now. So gonna get it over to semi-casual. Get that DEF tank installed right there underneath the hood, and gotta get some lug nut covers, hubcap cover for this lift axle on here, and that's pretty much gonna tidy it up. Then once they get that stuff done, I'm gonna bring it over to our shop in Jamestown, and we'll get the single hump fender put on there from our friends over at 4 States and have this thing looking freaking right. So guys, we got the truck parked down the hill, but we've got a load right here of 389, 389, 389. Three might be like a 365 hood, something like that, like a dump truck hood or something like that. 379 Coronado, and another 389 hood right here. We've got to move over to the collision, or I'm sorry, not the collision facility, the salvage shop. This hood can be fixed, dude. Literally a fender. It's tweaked a little bit. Dude, just a fender. Yeah. We need to get this one moved. Get it fixed up. 100%.
Front piece ain't
All right, there, it's busted right there. But this can be fixed. Yeah, you can see how it's twisted out. Okay, the hood is bowed out right there. But anyways, we've got a whole lineup of hoods here that we need to get moved over to the shop and see what we can do with them. Get them, take one side, put another side together, do something with it. You might be the new hood repairman. Now you trimmed your hood.
Yeah.
Well, Lake managed to come in here and get our area all cleaned up. Now we've got our project out of the FCR shop. We can get all of our tools moved to Jamestown, everything in one spot.
About time.
This guy's back from vacation.
I'm back.
Looks like you put on a few pounds of vacation, didn't you?
I lost pounds.
Got a little sunburnt.
A little bit.
Get all of our bolt bins, all this stuff moving. We've been needing all this stuff in one spot. I've still got a fuel tank. If anyone needs a split tank, I believe it's 100 gallons and then like 40 gallons right here of oil capacity. Let's double check for the people. I don't think it says it. 55 gallon capacity, 50 gallon usable on the oil tank side. And then this side right here is going to be, oh, where does it say? It doesn't say. 100 gallon capacity right here. So 100 gallon fuel, 55 gallon oil tank right here. If anyone is interested, drop me an email and let me know. Guys, hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I've got the kids up here in Amber. We got some kiddie pools here at the shop. We're kind of chilling out. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and tune in for more updates on Brutus coming very soon as we drop it off over to semi-casual. Well, you want to get in the pool? Gotta get your bathing suit on first. Anyhow, guys, I'll see you later.